Never mind. Okay, cool. Welcome to beginning Pilates. Uh, you don't need any props or weights, just yourself and your yoga mat. And if you do end up doing this again, you can add 3 pound weights or 2 pound weights or 1 pound weights, whatever you want. And let's get started. So we're gonna lie. We're gonna start sitting on our bum with our feet extended in front of you. Your arms are out to your sides. You're just going to flex your feet 4 times and point, just warming up from the tips of the toes all the way to the top of the head, lengthening the spine, pulling the abs in one more time. And then you're just going to sweep your arms forwards and round your spine, pressing gently the backs of the knees into the ground, and then roll through the spine and lengthen the chest. And do that again. Sweep forward, roll through the spine. Grab those toes, pressing the backs of the knees into the ground, and then roll through your spine, sitting up as tall as you can. Bring your heels together, toes apart, a little Pilates V, and then 4 flexes and points with your toes, lifting your chest, pulling those abs in, and then keep your feet flexed, curl through the spine, and just bring those hands forwards towards the toes, and then scoop the abs back, rolling one vertebrae at a time. This time, point your toes and roll again through the spine, rounding the core. Bring those hands towards the feet, and then again, roll back up. So we're going to talk a lot about your transverse abdominals and your pelvic floor today. So if you know what those are, whenever I say engage your transverse abs, go for it. And if you don't, the deep muscles on either side of the rib cage, it's the deepest layer of abs that we have. And you activate them by coughing really deeply, or by sneezing, or by throwing up all night. They're these they pretty much brace your spine on the posterior side of your body, and they protect your spine from doing all the work. So you can gently use your transverse abdominals and your pelvic floor together when you exhale deeply. And you can also use them on inhale when you release, because they do both. So we're going to work with both of those. So come onto all fours. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Knees are underneath your hips. And you're just going to push the floor away. So press the shins into the ground and just, keep your spine in a neutral position and just push the floor away with your upper body. So you're basically engaging your pec muscles and you're pressing energy into both palms. And then you're going to come back into a neutral and let your shoulder blades separate gently. Again, push the floor away from you. Palms are like shooting energy into that yoga mat. And then bring your spine and your sternum into a neutral position. Again, push away. 2, so you're getting further away from the floor and your shoulder joints, and then you kind of elevator yourself back to a neutral. Last time, push the floor away, and you're creating lots of space in your shoulder joints right here, and then bring your joints more into a neutral position. This time, curl your chin to your chest, round your tailbone under, push those shins into the ground, push those hands into the ground. And keep your abs engaged here as you tuck your tailbone the other way. As you tuck those toes under, you start to lift the gaze and look forward and arch the back. Again, starting with the tip of the head, Curl the chin to the chest, pull the abs, pull the ribs up to the sky, press the shins into the ground. You're like a suitcase and someone's holding you up by your upper back and carrying you, and then arch back, tuck the toes under, bring the elbows toward your knees, lift the eyes and the chin up to the sky, and again, curl the tailbone under, pushing the shins into the ground, push the floor away. Your upper back represents a suitcase, and it's like a handle, and someone's holding that handle right where your bra strap meets your mid back. And then arch the back, and the handle goes down. Shoulder blades are still separated, but are definitely, and one more time, curl. So someone's pulling your rib cage up to the sky and you're pushing down. It's like you don't want to be lifted up to the sky. And last one, arch. Head goes, eyes go, nose goes, chin goes. Good. This should feel pretty good on the back. And then find a neutral spine. And here we go with a little shoulder workout. So you're going to take your right hand and thread it underneath you and twist your head and your body around your ribs. Touch your right shoulder to the floor and then push that left arm into the ground and come back up to a neutral spine. And then left hand faces the floor as you twist the head and the ribs over to the right, and gently touch your left shoulder if you can to the floor, which I can't, and then push that right hand into the floor and put your left arm back down. So thinking about the left shoulder, it's away from the ear and it's pulling down the mid part of the back, especially right here. You want to engage the muscles closest to the spine and along the armpit. And now the right shoulder is actively pulling away from the ear, and you're actively pressing that right hand into the ground. And then push the right hand away, get a really big arm workout, and come back up. One more time. So we're doing like one-armed push-ups here, gently twisting the spine, spiraling from the top of the head all the way to the tailbone, and then push the floor away with the left arm. And then begin to spiral from the tip of the head. So the left ear faces the floor, the left shoulder starts to face the floor, the right shoulder starts to turn up to the sky. And then push the floor away. Keep that left ear facing the floor and gently uncurl. Good. And then just go back into a child's pose. Round your back. Reach those arms forward. Rock the hips side to side if you need to. Take walks forward in your hands. And then roll through your spine. And you're going to sit on your bum. Crisscross applesauce. And arms are going to go out in front of you. Thumbs face the ceiling. Fingertips move forward. And you're just going to keep your spine and your chest lifted. So it's like you're balancing a pumpkin on top of your head. And you're just going to reach your arms forward without moving your head or your chest. And then pull the arms back into neutral. And then reach the arms forward. So you're just creating all this space in your shoulder joint. And then you're going to pull those shoulders down into their sockets. And again, reach the arms away too. So now you're in a hypermobile position. And then you're going to pull those back muscles closest to the spine down the back and just hold those arms in their little shoulder shelf. And one more time, reach away. This is called protraction, if we're getting scientific. And then pull the shoulders back down into their little shelf and hold it there. Excellent. You're going to nod your head. So keep this chest lifted and then nod the head forward. Come back to neutral and then lift the chin and come back to neutral and then nod the head forward. Come back to neutral and lift the chin and come back to neutral. Again, nodding forward and neutral, keeping those ribs together. Lift the chest and come back to neutral and nodding forward and neutral and back. Good. Palms face the floor, crisscross applesauce. You're just going to twist your rib cage. So the rib cage is doing all the work. Right arm goes back behind you. And then you bring that right arm back in front of you. And again, rib cage initiates. And then bring that right arm back in front of you. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. And then you find those transverse abdominals and your pelvic floor, and you keep them contracted. 2, 3, 4. See about how much range of motion you can get. 2 more. Pulling the elbow like a bow and arrow, twisting from your abs, and then exhale. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Last time, inhale, exhale, twist. 2. So the ribs are rotating right, and the left ribs are rotating to the right, and then pull everything back. Good. You're going to put those hands back down. Lifting the chest, you're just going to drop the right ear to the right side and come back up to neutral, and then drop the left ear and come back up to neutral, and then right ear and neutral and left ear. So as you're dropping 4 more times, you want to try not to move this left shoulder. So the right ear drops, nothing moves in the shoulder. And now nothing moves on the right side as the left ear drops. And see if you can get a little stretch in these neck muscles. Should feel pretty good. Last one. Good. Both arms extend forward. And now take an inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist the left elbow backwards. 2, really pull. 3, 4, and bring the arms back. Stabilizing the core. And inhale. 2, so reaching that right arm forward. 3, 4, and then brace your transverse abdominals to bring yourself back. Again. 3, 2, 3, 4. Come back, lengthening the spine. 7. Think about a spiral. So you inhale to spiral from the crown of the head to the tailbone. And then unspiral. Keep lengthening down into the ground and up through the top of the crown of the head. And 2 more. 2, 3. Reaching the right arm forward, bringing yourself back. So my fingertips are actively reaching forward. Last 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming back. 6. You're just going to lower those hands to the floor. And this time, you're going to drop the right, look to the right, look center, look to the left, look center. So you want to keep those shoulders from moving. So it's just a neck isolation. And you want to see how much space you have in your neck, twisting from side to side. 1 more time. 1, 2, keeping those shoulders super stable. 4, and bring the head to the left. 6, 7, good. And then roll through the spine. Just reach those fingers forward, round your back. Press the hands into the floor to get those armpits engaged. Walking the body right and left. Roll through the spine, and then we do some one-legged saw work. So open your right leg to the diagonal, or no, let's bring it right in front of you. Arms are going to go straight up to the sky, keeping your shoulder blades down, ribs together. You're going to arch forwards, and then you're going to roll through your spine. Keep your hands right at shoulder height, and then lift the chest back up and go again. Arch forwards. 2, 3. And then press the back of the knee into the ground. Roll through the spine and lengthen through the crown of the head. 2 more. 2, 3. Press the back of the knee. Roll through the spine. Last one. Arch. 2. Pressing the back of the knee into the ground. 3, 4. Coming back up. 6. Good. Arms out to the side. You're going to come onto your elbows and bend those knees. Knees are up to the sky. Elbows are bent, and you're rounding your tailbone underneath you. So my shoulder blades are doing exactly what I don't want them to do, which is you're going to sink the shoulders and the sternum back towards the yoga mat, and then press the hands and lift the chest, but keep your low back rounded. And again, sink the shoulders, and then press the hands into the floor and lengthen the chest. Again, sink. 2, 3, no good for the shoulder joints. And then push the floor away, lifting up and out of those shoulders. And right here, you're going to stay here. Your tailbone is curled. Your abs are tight. You're just going to open the right leg to the right and bring the right leg back in. Open the right leg to the right. Stabilize those hips. 3, 2. Scooping your abs in. Last 1, 2. You're going to send the right leg forward. So push the heel into the ground, flex the foot, point the foot, scoop the abs in. Again, push through the glute, flex the foot. So you're lifting through your chest, pull the legs in. So I can feel my transverse abdominals in this little C curve because I'm engaging the muscles that I would use to sneeze or cough. Good. Now pull that right leg into tabletop. Just extend it out, flex and lift, lower down, bend it in. And 2. So my abs are like rock solid here. 3, and I could relax the abs and not work them at all, but I'm actively choosing to pull them back towards the yoga mat. 4, you're going to hold the leg here, just lower down. 1, point up, lower down, point up. 3 and 4. Good. You're going to straighten your left leg and then circle the right leg to the left, down, around, and up. And here you really got to work to stabilize those hips. 3. So keep those hips nice and square. Last 1. And you're going to reverse this. So open the leg out to the side, lower down, around, and up. Side, down, around, and up. My abs are still working out. Last 1. Good. And just lie on your back. Grab that leg and pull the leg towards your head. Gently pushing the back of the knee forwards towards your foot. Lengthening the back of the neck. You're going to bend your right knee again and then extend the leg long again. Good. Open the leg out to the side, just gently. Little stretch in the inner hip flexor. Good. Bend your right leg. And then take your right knee across the body on top of your left hand goes on top of the right knee. You're going to open your right arm to the right and then just pull that right knee across the body to the left. And here you're going to try to sink your right shoulder into the ground and just feel this awesome little twist of the spine. Good. Come back on up. And this time, come on to your wrists. So fingertips are facing your glutes. Your toes are pointed, and you're going to straighten those arms if you can. And you're going to curl your tailbone underneath you and lift your hips up. 2, so you're pressing those palms into the ground. 3, to straighten the arms. 4, and then lower your tailbone back, down, sit up tall. Here we go again. Curl the tailbone under. 2, lift the hips up. 3, 4, and then lower. Keep that chest and those arms nice and straight as you put those hips down and lift the chest. One more time. Curl the tailbone up. 2, 3, 4, and now press the hands into the ground to lengthen those arms to lift yourself up even higher as you come down. Last one. Curling the tailbone under. 2, 3, keep squeezing the glutes. 4, you're going to flex the left foot and then bend the right leg in and extend the right leg back down. Bend the right leg in, extend the right leg back down. 2 more times. 2, so I'm pushing my hands into the ground. Last one. And then lower your seat and just roll forwards. Rounding your spine. Pressing the backs of the knees into the ground. Good. You're going to lie on your left side. Left arm is going to go long on the floor. Both legs are stacked on top of each other, nice and straight. Your right arm is out to the side, and you're just going to lift these ribs underneath you on the left side. Hold these transverse abdominals tight. Pull the ribs together, lengthening the chest. And your right arm is going to sweep in front of you, in front of your eyes. And then keeping your shoulders away from your ears and your ribs together, you're going to swing that arm back behind you. Gently opening up that shoulder joint, and then bring the arm back in front of your eyes. And do that again. So I'm flexing my left toe just to give me a little more stabilization on that left side. Good. And you're going to reverse this. So right arm is going to swing down. 2. So what we really want to work on is shoulder blades down. 3, ribs together. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then arm goes down by your hips. And then hold those abs tight as the shoulder blades go down the back. Shoulder blades go away from the ear. Arm is circling behind your ear. Now arm comes all the way in line with the ear, above the head, and then forwards. Nice. Put your arm on the floor and then lift those ribs up on the left side. Flex the right foot and lower the inner thighs down. Lift and lower. So you almost want to turn your toes so that they face the floor. So the tips of the toes are going to pretty much angle downwards because you want the outside of the right heel to lift. This is 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. You're going to hold your leg at hip height. You're going to sweep it forward 2 counts. 1, 2. Sweep it back for 2. Sweep it forwards for 2. Sweep it back for 2. Forwards. And then engage the back of the glutes. So here, the deep transverse abdominals are working. And you're stabilizing your core with those abs. 6, 7. So my right leg is totally straight and there's energy reaching through the heel. 9. Last one. 10. And you're going to hold this leg at hip height and you're going to circle around 1, around 2, 3, and you're trying to lift 4, solely with the outer hip. 5, engaging the inner thighs. 6, on the way down. 7, 8, 9, last one. 10, and reverse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. 1. Beautiful. You're going to bend your knees. Make yourself into a little clam here. Keep these ribs lifted on this right side. Open your right leg. Squeeze the inner thighs. Open the right leg. Squeeze the inner thighs. 3. So we're still working this outer hip. 4. Lengthening this chest. And then see if you can keep those abs working. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lift your knee and your heel off and just extend that leg back behind you. Pull the knee into your elbow. Extend the leg back behind you. Pull the knee to the elbow. Good. So as you pull the knee into the elbow, lengthen your spine. 3. Good. See if you can point your right toes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Hold that knee hovering right above the left leg and then circle. 10, 9. And you want to lift the knee and the ankle at the same time. 6. So it's like you're balancing a pumpkin. 5 on top of that knee. 4, 3, especially with that heel. 2, and 1. Sometimes we get the knee lower than the heel. 2, and you really want the knee and the ankle. 3 to be the same on the same plane. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. And 10. Just rest your knees on top of each other. And then extend your right arm to the floor. You're going to lift those ribs up, lengthen the spine, and just tap the fingertips to the floor. And lift the arm all the way up. Tap the fingertip to the floor. And lift the arm all the way up. So see if you can bring the arm forward with the scapulas. And see if you can, sorry, not the scapulas, with the pecs and the delts. And see if you can open the arm right here with the back side of the body. So the front side of the body closes the arm. And the back side of the body opens the arm. One more time. Good. You're going to bring your fingertip to your shoulder, extend the arm long. Fingertip to the shoulder, extend the arm long. 3, 4. These are little tricep kickbacks. 5. And last one, 6. Palm is going to face your hips. You're going to squeeze your waistline. Bring the arm up to your shoulders. Squeeze the waistline. And then pull these muscles down the back. So it's a great exercise just to focus on keeping the shoulders away from the ear. 4, and right about here is when they want to start to hike, is where you start to resist and pull those muscles down. 5, 6, good. Put your right arm on the floor. You're going to come up and push yourself up to a side mermaid. And then you're going to bring your right arm to the right side of your body. Left arm's going to go up to the sky, keeping lots of space between this ear and this shoulder. Just arc up and over to the right side. Breathing naturally. You're going to round your spine. So reach those arms that left arm forward. And put your left arm to the left side of the body. And then bring your legs into a Z. So now you're sitting up like a cheerleader, and you want to try to sink this right hip into the ground. Still lifting the spine tall. Your right arm is going to go out to the side. You're going to bend your left arm, keeping the right hip down, and lots of space between your right shoulder and your right ear. You're going to arc up and over. 2, 3, and now pull those abs backwards and reach the right arm on that diagonal, trying to keep that right hip down. 4, 5, 6. You're going to swing your arms over to the right side of the body. Right elbow is going to go down, and left arm is going to go above your head. 2, lots of space between the left shoulder and the left ear. 5, 6, excellent. 7, 8, beautiful. You're gonna twist to the left. So drop your head, curl your spine, twist yourself to the left, put your right knee on the ground and the left leg in front of you in a lunge. Lengthening the spine, untuck the toes, press that right hip forward and the left hip back, pulling the abs up. Shoulder blades are down, lengthening your spine. Good, and come all the way back onto your knees. And you're just going to sit on your bum again and put your elbows back on the floor, keeping those knees bent, round your low back, lift up through the chest, and then you're going to pull the sternum towards the ground. And then push the floor with the hands, and then round the upper back. Push the floor away. So we're doing like a mini push-up for your scapulas. So the scapulas definitely are getting a workout. You're going to stay right here and just open the left leg out to the side, keeping these low ab muscles engaged. And 2, and scoop the abs. 3. So nothing's moving on this right hip. Last one. 4. Now you're going to push your left leg into the floor, extend the left leg long, flex the foot, scoop the abs and pull the knee back in. And again, 2, 2, flex, 3, point, 4, pull, 5, 6, push that left foot into the floor, flex, point, scoop and pull, push, flex, point, pull. This time you're going to lift the knee off the floor, extend the leg long, keep those abs scoop, lift, flex, lower point, and pull the legs in. Extend, flex, lower, pull. 3, 2, 3, 4. Last 1, 2, 3, 4. This time, keep the leg extended. Just lift it up and lower it, pointed. Lift it up, scoop those abs, lower, pointed. 3. So you're pushing those forearms into the ground. 4. This time, you're going to straighten your right leg and send the left leg over to the right, down, around, and up. So we've got a pumpkin on the center of our abs, and we're not moving that pumpkin. We're scooping it back towards the yoga mat. 4, 2, 3, and then reverse. Leg goes out to the side. 2, keep that pumpkin facing the ceiling. 2, 3, 4. The leg circles don't have to be that big. We just want to focus on stabilizing those core muscles. And as you can see, my abs are working. Good. And lie on your back. Bring that left leg towards your head, taking a breath. Pushing the back of the knee towards your right foot. And then take a little bend. 2, 3. And right here, you're going to straighten the leg for 8, 7, 6, lengthening the chin to the chest. 4, 3, 2, opening the left leg out to the side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bend your right knee. Take your right hand on top of your left knee. Open your left arm out to the side. And then keep that left shoulder on the ground as you gently, like a Twizzler, twist the left side of your body over to the right. Good. Bringing everything nice and back towards your chest. Give both knees a little hug. Maybe rock the knees side to side. Beautiful. You're going to roll on up. And this time you're going to lie on your right side. Your left arm is going to be long, or right arm is going to be long on the ground. Your left leg is stacked on top of your right leg, right in line with your hips, right in line with your shoulder, right in line with your ear. And then just lift that left leg up and lower. Lift it up and lower. So you're basically turning those toes towards the floor. So lift the outside of the left heel up to the sky. My inner thighs are like rock solid on the descent. And then my abductors are engaged on the way up. One more. Good. Hold that left leg hip height and just 2 pulses forward and 2 pulses back. Good. So you don't want to go too far where you start to crunch the spine, or too far back where you start to let the spine go into like a noodle. Just make it easy, cute, easy, and flowy. So whatever that means to you works for me. 3. As long as you feel those abs working and then the glute working. 6. 6, try to relax these neck muscles and the shoulder muscles. 7, 8, 9. Last one. Good. Left leg is going to stay right above the hips, and you're going to circle. 10, 9, 8, 7. Holding those transverse abdominals in tight. 4, 3, 2. Lengthening the chest. Reverse it. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You're going to stack your left leg on top of the right leg. Lift the arm out to the side. And then just start to sweep it up over your head towards your ears. 2. Keeping those ribs together. And down towards your belly button. Bring the arm gently back behind you. 3. So it's kind of hard to balance here, or it's really hard to balance for me. 2. So I'm pressing actively my right shoulder into the ground, and then I'm lowering those shoulders down the back and trying to get my pecs to open up. Good. Now you're going to reverse. Bring that arm down. 2. And right here, shoulder blades go down towards your hips. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more time. And back. 2. So really pulling the shoulder blades down the back. 3. And then reaching the arm away from the body. 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice job. 8. Bend those knees. You're going to clam the left leg open. Squeeze the inner thighs. Swim the left leg. Squeeze the inner thighs. 3. So both hips are nice and stable. 4. You're just trying to get as much range of motion. 5. In that left hip as you possibly can. 6. 7. 8. Lengthening the chest, lifting the ribs up on this right side. 10, you're going to hold the left leg and the left ankle in the same height. Extend the leg back behind you. Feel the glutes. Pull the left knee to the left shoulder. Extend the leg back. Pull the left knee to the left elbow. 3. And pull. 4. Lengthening the spine. 5. Lengthening. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. You're going to hold that left knee over the right leg and just circle golf ball side. 2. 3. 4. Pressing that right arm into the ground to lift the shoulder blades down the back. 8. 9. And reverse. 4. 10. 9. Remember that pumpkin. 8. 7. You want to lift. 5. 6. 5. The ankle and the knee joint at the same plane. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good job. Keep those knees right where they are. Left arm is hovering above the floor at the same height as the shoulder. And then lift the arm up. And then bring the arm back down with the front side of the body. Now the back side of the body is doing all the work. And then pull the front side of the body towards the back side. So close the door with the front side of the body. Open the door with the back side of the body. 2 more times. Last one. Good. Left arm up. Palm faces your hips. Squeeze your thighs. Lift the arms. Pull the shoulders down. And squeeze the thighs using your lats. Now hold the lats and lengthen the fingertips up toward the shoulder. Pull the lats down. You're going to lengthen the rhomboids, lengthen the lats as you lift the arms up. 4. 5. So the shoulders want to hike up, especially when the arm gets to a certain part. The shoulders just want to go with it. But you want to train the muscle to oppose that force and to go down, 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 down. Good job. Then you're going to keep your mermaid position with both legs stacked. Come up onto your right arm. Left arm is out to the side. Just arc up and over like a rainbow to the left side. Get a nice little stretch in the back and the side of the waistline. Good. And then bring your right leg in front of your left leg into a cheerleader position. Sink that left hip down towards the ground. Arms are out to the side. You're just going to keep that left hip on the ground. Bend your right elbow and rainbow the left arm up and over. And it's like somebody's going to pull your waistline backwards. You're going to reach that left arm forwards, trying to keep that left hip down as much as possible. And then you're going to swing your arms in front of you. Left arm goes to the floor. Right arm goes above the head. And this is quite an intense stretch for the knees. So if you need to back off of this stretch, do so. If you can withstand it, go for it. And then, sorry, so circle forward. Bring the hand to the floor. Keep circling the head down towards your right foot. Circle to the right. Bring both hands to either side of your right leg. Bring your right foot into a lunge. Left leg into a lunge. Untuck your toes. And then press your pelvis forward, bringing your hands to your right knee. And lengthen your spine. Just hang out here, stretching your hip flexor. Good. We're making minestrone soup, if you can hear the blender and the bird. She's loving the noises. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Knees are pressing into the floor. Shins are pushing into the floor. You're lengthening your spine. And here's that pumpkin. It's on top of your pelvis. And you're just going to keep that pumpkin there and lengthen your right leg back behind you. 2, so holding those abs tight. 3, you're going to lift the left arm forward. 4, and just balance. 5, pointing the right toe. 6, 7, now we're going to rock forward and backwards on the right wrist. Rocking gently forward and gently back. Doesn't have to be a lot. 2, and 2, just to give that little wrist a little stress. To be like, hey. 4, and you're going to hold yourself up in a neutral position. Tap the right foot and the left hand to the floor and lift. Tap and lift. 3, 4. So the back side of the body lifts the arm. The front side of the body lowers the arm. 4, 3, 2. Last one. 1. Good. Put both knees back on the floor. Excellent. Tuck your toes under. Keep that pumpkin on your back and just lift your knees off and lower them back down. Lift the knees off, lower, back down for 3 and lower. 4 and lower, lengthening the chest. 5, through the wrists. 6, stabilizing those shoulders. Last one. 8. Good. You're going to take your pumpkin off your back and then bring yourself into a half plank. So squeeze those knees together. Bring your wrists underneath your elbows. Squeeze the glutes, lengthen your spine, and then lower. 1, 2, lift. 3, 4, lower. 1. Go into 5, 2, lift. 3, 4, 1, 2, lift. 3. Try to keep those elbows hugging your ribs. 3, 4, last one. 1, 2, push up. 3, sit your hips over your heels, lengthen the arms long into a child's pose, and just round your low back. Pressing the palms into the ground, lengthening the head. Good. Maybe roll through your spine and take your wrists, fingertips toward your knees, and just sit your hips back over your heels as you press the top of the wrist down towards the ground. Good. Roll through your spine and then take one wrist at a time. Press it forwards. Then the other wrist. And then one last time. So if both fingertips face your knees, you're going to place your palms on the ground. A little uncomfortable. And now, see if you can square up your shoulders. And then just keep those palms on the ground. So you're just rocking backwards enough so that you start to get a really good stretch. And so for me, my weight distribution is going towards my pinky finger. So what I really have to focus on is rotating that wrist completely square to the front so that I feel my thumb joint push down into the ground. Good. And then relax. Nice job. Shake out your wrists. And then roll. Good. Back down onto all fours. Find your pumpkin on your low back. Pull those abs in tight. Extend your right leg back behind you. Find a nice neutral spine and then extend the right arm in front of you. Balancing and stabilizing the muscles in the pelvis. Excellent. So from here, you are going to rock forward and backwards. So go forwards and rock backwards. Rocking forwards and backwards. So you're doing a lot of core work as you rock forward and backwards. Last one. And backwards. Hold yourself up at neutral. Lower the foot and the finger to the floor and lift everything up. Lower down. Stabilize those abs up against that pumpkin. 3. And scooping the abs back. 4. Lifting the abs back to the pumpkin. 5. 6. 2 more. 7. Last one. Good. Sit your hips back over your heels. Round your low back. Reach those arms long. Good. Come back up onto all fours. Tuck your toes underneath you. You still got that pumpkin on your low back. And just lift the hips up and lower. So you still have a neutral spine and lower. Just activating those transverse abdominals if you can find them. So really deep muscles up against the spine. 4 more. 4. You can find them on an exhale. 3. They run all the way to your pelvic floor. Last one. 1. Beautiful work. Bring those knees together and then walk the hands forward underneath your shoulders. Lengthen your spine. Push. Don't push. Squeeze the glutes together. Lifting the hips forward. Bend the elbows for 2 and lift for 2. For 4. Lift for 2. Hugging the elbows with the ribs. And 2. 2. For 2. 1. More. Last one. And then push your hips over your heels. Lengthen your arms long. Round your spine. Gaze at your belly button. Walk your fingertips right and left. Good. Roll through your spine. And this time, bring your fingertips to knees or hip width apart and parallel. Bring your fingertips facing away from each other so that the wrists face each other. And what you're going to do is twist your elbows outward and then bring the elbows to face forwards. Then you're going to twist the elbows backwards and then bring the elbows to face forward. Do that 2 more times. Twist the elbows and then bring, it should be the tiniest stretch in your forearms. 3, actively pushing those hands into the ground. And 4, good. Just sit on your bum. Last thing, cross your right leg underneath your left leg into a pretzel, and then reach those fingertips forwards. Lengthening the spine. And then just let everything go. Rest your head to the floor. Chill, let your neck relax. roll through your spine. I forgot to do one exercise. So extend your left leg long, right leg is in, reach the arms up, one-legged saw. You're going to arch over for 2. Roll the spine back underneath you and lift the chest back up. Again, arching forwards for 2. Roll through the base of your core, pushing the left leg into the ground, and then stack the spine back up. One more time. 2, pushing the back of the knee into the ground, rolling through your tailbone. 4, last one, arch forward for 2, and then roll through the spine. Good, just stay here and lean forward. So you're arching your back, lengthening the tailbone long, and trying to press this right knee down to the ground. Well, both knees actually. The back of the left knee is pushing down to the ground, and the back of the right knee is pushing down to the ground. And then just let your head go and relax. You can even relax that knee muscle if you want. And you're going to bring your right leg out. Left leg's going to stay in. And then just reach forward, pressing the back of the right knee to the ground and pressing the back of the left knee to the ground. Lengthening the spine, reaching the chest forwards. Good. Relax the head, relax the shoulders, relax the neck. And this time you're going to take your right leg on top of your left into a pretzel. You're going to reach those arms forwards on the diagonal. And if it feels like you're falling forwards, just anchor your tailbone, these 2 sits bones, the right and the left sits bones, into the ground. So feel energy pushing down from the sits bones onto the yoga mat as you lengthen your spine. And then just round forward, letting the head go, the neck go, all the tension in the shoulders, the wrists. And as you slowly roll up, let's do one last lengthen. Just lift the head, just lift the chest. Like there's a light reaching to the top of the ceiling from the inner parts of the chest. Open the shoulders wide. Pull the shoulders down the back. Pull the ribs together. Pull the abs in. And then lengthen the base of the neck. Reach the crown of the head to the ceiling, the ears to the ceiling. And you are done. This is your new posture for the day. While you go to sleep, you can sleep like this. You can be like, hey, honey. Be like, wow, you're 5 feet taller than you were when you went to Pilates. You'll be like, I know. Okay, see you later. Bye.